Hi, friends. So, today I want to talk to you about the unusual event that happened in California. As I was getting ready to go home from my work, I got into my car. There was nothing. Just kind of felt something like a little weird as I was driving, but I thought it was just people driving. My car was acting weird. Nothing was unusual. But at that moment, as I was driving, there was an earthquake in our area. And I was listening to the news, and the guy was talking, and he's like, "Oh, did you guys feel that?" As he was talking about his story, something about, I don't remember now what, but he was saying his where the studio where he was working, that he felt a shaking, and I was like, interesting. And as the news continued, he started talking more about it. There was an actual earthquake here in the northern part of California. And he was saying that a lot of people have felt it, and like they will be talking about more as the more news came through. Well, I got home, and the whole family watched the news, and my husband felt the earthquake, and the kids felt it because they were home and they were sitting. I guess the most you can feel it when you're sitting or when you're laying down. When you're walking or driving, it's hard to feel it. So I missed out, I guess. But as I guess there was like around for the past 3 hours now, there was more than 30 earthquakes that happened in northern California. And a lot of people have felt it from Yuba City to Sacramento area to Stockton to Tahoe. All around this area, people have felt it. So, so after we ate dinner, we talked about it. We watched the news some more, and then all the news was talking about was the earthquake. More than 30 of them, like I said, and the biggest was 6.0, and down below little ones. Nobody could really feel a lot of them. Some of them with people felt. My husband felt it. The kids felt it. My husband thought, well, everybody who we listened to, they all thought it was something else. I guess the earthquake happened so rarely here in California that people, they feel it, but they're like, what was that? Was that some truck driving by or a car? Or people were not sure what they felt until it had hit again. They're like, oh, ooh, it's an earthquake. So my husband he felt it because he was sitting down. So he's like, wow, like my chair was moving. He thought he was feeling dizzy. And the kids felt it. And other people have like saw like things moving around. And the news person stated that if something was not attached to something, it fell down. So if there like something was hanging on your wall and it was not properly attached, it probably would fall down. On the news, they showed Highway 139, I believe, where they showed big boulders of rock that fell on the highway, and people were stopping because they could pass them through. There were big rocks on the road, and some people started moving them by themselves, and then other people jumped in, started helping them so they could drive around that. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. So the big question now is the big earthquake coming soon? That's number one for everybody who live here in California. And since everybody are expecting a big one any day, and when a whole bunch of little ones start happening, they start worrying that the big one is coming too. So hopefully when the big one does happen, people will be prepared and they will know what to expect and they will be more prepared than with the little one. And hopefully my family will not be here. Hopefully your family will not be here as well. Because when the big one comes, nothing will be standing, everything will get destroyed. Especially if you live in a big city. So is God judging California already? Is he preparing people for a big one that will happen soon? So it's a good question to look into, especially if you live here in California, because um, as I was reading Psalm 60, it states, "O God, you have cast us off, you have broken us down, you have been displeased. Oh, restore us again. You have made the earth tremble, you have broken it. Heal its breaches, for it is shaking. You have shown your people hard things. You have made us drink the wine of confusion." And truly, people have really been confused today. Um, so, praying that everything will be fine. This will not be into happening to a big one. And God will protect his people. He will lead people out of California. If you haven't considered moving, you should consider it and probably pray about it and see what God has you do. I know some people have moved to higher ground, from farther from the coast into the mountains. So that's another thing you can do. So the best thing is to prepare, to pray, and hopefully you'll be in a good position. I know we will be moving as well as soon as God leads us to move. We're praying about it, getting prepared, and I know we will move in due time. So stay tuned, my friend. Hopefully nothing will come out of this little 30 earthquakes that have been happening through the past 3 hours. Hopefully we'll be alive and well, and California will be standing. Take care, my friends.